Hello, it's round two. I ran out of memory the first time I tried this, so let's see how it goes. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've updated anybody on anything regarding my shop, and I would like to do this more often than I do, but I fall into the black hole of my life and I just forget to do things. So I thought I would go into the finer details of my shop, do a little bit of a shop tour, just so people can understand what the hell's going on in here. You just see kayaks behind me. It looks ridiculous. Anyways, so I had been taking a picture about once a month for a while, and there's a bit of a gap there somewhere. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while to just kind of walk through my shop and how I use it and what I've been doing. So a lot of work has gone into making the shop better. So you might think I'm spending a lot of time making the things that I want to make in here, but no, it's a ton of work has gone into just making the shop better. So anyways, I'll just kind of get into it. We'll kind of give a I'll give a spin around first, so you can kind of. Oh, here we'll do a wide shot here first, and you can kind of see the absolute state of everything in here. Oh, we're blowing out there. Let's come in. There we go. You can see my benches and all my drawers and storage over there. Drill presses and my saw way back there. Let's see, there's my CNC machine, my bread and butter, and my bandsaw. Got the table saw, and there's a jointer back there, planer, and a sanding machine. But I can kind of go through the finer points of it too. We'll start over here with these because this is probably the more interesting side. So I've built all these cabinets. Every single cabinet that's over here was built by me and laboriously assembled. I came up with an arbitrary measurement. Ooh, here we go, a little lighter. Some sort of arbitrary. Some of these were experiments. Like I've never done like the shaker style doors, so that was just some material I had laying around, and I decided to just put those on. So that's why the doors back here, are different than the doors up here. But anyways, these are all made by me, and kind of design. They're not perfect. I've never built cabinets before I made any of these cabinets, so they're not meant to be perfect. They're just meant to be there to store my things. I'm kind of a nut about organization. It drives me crazy when I have things that just. I have a lot of flat surfaces, and it's really easy for things to collect on these surfaces. Now that is actually immaculately clean compared to how it's been for the past month, because all my projects have collected on this surface, because I work here most of the time, and so anything that I don't want sitting on here goes right over to there, or it goes back to my I have like a cart, right there. I think that's my cart right back there. That's my finished project cart. Everything gets dumped in places, and it drives me absolutely crazy. So I hate tripping over things. I hate really inefficient work processes. I go to do one thing, and then I have to pull that out, but then I have to trip over everything that's like on the floor in between, or maybe the outlet ferry, the electrical ferry came and installed an outlet there. It ran another one of the 220 lines over to there, and then added. Where did that go? Oh, I added there it is. Added another outlet there, and that's been great. So I don't have to. Keep unplugging a machine, because you really can't. When machines draw a lot of power, you can't just stack them up on the power strips like you can with other things. So really like them to be directly plugged in. And also the landlord doesn't like when I use power strips, but I do anyways. Don't tell. I do have some things that are on mobile bases, like like I said, the jointer and the planer. Those are for making things flat and square. They can be wheeled out here, and then I can feed them onto the table. So everything, this corner over here is like everything that can be moved out. Even the table saw base can move out here, and then I can run things off of the table saw and onto the big work table if I need to, because everything's kind of at the same level. So that's the way I have all those set up. My big old bandsaw, this guy is also on a mobile base, so he kind of sits in there, and then when I need to, I just kind of pull him out into this space, and then I can, because the problem with bandsaws is you're off a lot of times. You're running long material, and you need to be able to shoot it out into space, and they need to be set up in a way that you're not fussing. So my CNC machine has become, oh man, this guy's actually going to be getting replaced very soon. I had I ordered a new machine, a completely brand new machine, and so this guy's, I'm maxing this out, and so my lights flicker when I'm using him, and so that it really actually causes cut quality problems. So this guy is on his way out, but it's served its purpose. I've learned on this machine, and it's been fun. But I'm going to be getting one that's about the same size, but better in just about every way. My material storage corner, where all my raw materials come in. I mean, this is mostly scraps in here, and then these are my nice chunks of wood up here, and then I hide, and then like all the nice pieces of wood. Like I have a giant piece of walnut there. It's like almost 3 inches thick. My plywood sheets, and then some of my nicer little boards here, that's some canary wood. That's Purple Heart. Can we even see that? There we go. Now we can see some colors. Not very good colors, but colors. Some Padauk. And here we got my. I set this up so I can lay one big board across my entire chop saw station, and so that's nice for breaking down long boards. And then these are set back behind I have almost like a track system built in here, so I can put, if I need a fence, I can. I mean, that's got a fence on it, but so I can pull these forward and use them easily. Kind of the same way with the drill press on the top here, is if I need to pull that forward, I can. I've got my lovely drill press. I'm in the middle of doing some rearranging over here. So my lovely drill press with the foot pedal on it. I love this freaking thing. This is the bee's knees right here. Get yourself a drill press with a foot pedal on it, because then you can have your hands holding the workpiece, and you don't need to use your hand to pull this. Like, how are you going to hold the workpiece if your hand's up here? You only have one other hand. So if you have the foot pedal, like I do, you can pull that down with your foot. It's actually pretty well controlled, and you can hold it with two hands. So that's very nice. I like this thing. I was gifted this for free from an old gentleman that I was just enthusiastic about it, but he decided that he wanted to give it to me, so I did not refuse him. Anywho, moving right along. I just bought a laser engraver. I got a pretty good deal on it. This was a bear, because this thing is so freaking huge. Like the base, it doesn't look big, but for my shop, anything that's going to take up 4 feet of space, like lengthwise and by 2 or 3 feet deep. It's just a monster. So I had to figure out where that was going to sit. I used to have my refrigerator here, but I got rid of the refrigerator, got a tiny one now. And then I just installed this cabinet here. This one was here. This is the last cabinet I built before that. And then, so actually that guy, this is it's on its side right now, but it's leaving the shop. That used to actually be where the laser is now. So you can see I had to replace all the storage I lost by getting rid of that, by adding more cabinets. And then you can see one of these things is not like the other, so I added some drawers down below here, so now we have lots of nice storage. So I mean, I've got my pins, and then this drawer is like tools, bits, sockets, and I actually have a proper sandpaper drawer now. My sandpaper drawer was laid out kind of like this before, but it was too tiny and the slots weren't long enough, so nothing fit in there properly. So I'm really happy about that. And then I got one nice big deep drawer that has, right now it's just everything that's too big and heavy and I don't feel like dealing with right now. So anyways, that's that. I keep I have, oh man, this was a real mess up here because I just moved all my chargers and all my cables and cords up here. I mean, it's a little bit of a rat's nest, but anything that needs USB charging, like this all used to be down here on the desk, and again, that was adding to the absolute growing pile of clutter on this desk. So now I finally moved everything back up to what the charging cubby, and then I just ran my phone chargers down through. Got the clamp corner. This is pretty good. This is one of my first organization efforts, was to get these clamps out of the buckets that I bought them in and onto the wall, out of the way. I hate not being having things like this just lay around because they get tangled in each other. You can't find the one that you want. So this was my first realization that I needed to build things in the shop to make sure that it works well for me. So anyways, the whole ethos of this, the way I laid this shop out, is that my main tools are going to be the CNC machine, and hopefully this is a brand new addition. So I can show you what I've been doing with this. Where is it? So you can do, this is my new logo. Anyways, but this was just burned into the wood, and there's a little bit of a texture to it, so that it actually gives some depth to things. So this can burn. It was cut out and burned in the same operation. So you can do some pretty cool things with this. And it, this is a decent size one. So I'm excited to use this tool a little bit more. But the bread and butter is really mainly going to be the CNC machine. And so all the other tools around here are kind of in service of this, processing raw materials. And then they'll either end up on the CNC machine or the laser back over here. Oh, that's Cranky right there. Say hi to Cranky. That's about it for what's going on in here. I hope that... Oh, I guess I forgot to talk about this. I did add a sander over here. I built I made like a little metal shelf for it. And I added a light. This actually belongs in Nathan's sketchy electrical bullshit, because I fucking hobbed together some light that I stole from a bandsaw I owned years ago, and I never had a use for it until I found this here. So this is just nice for when you like. Oh my God, I was suffering terribly before because I would hand sand all of my like decorative boxes, sand them by hand, and so sometimes I needed to take off quite a bit of material to get them to where I wanted to be. And I finally freaking bought a big belt sander, which is I needed sorely. So I just needed to include that. I think I kind of glossed over it earlier, but anyways, it's there and it works. It's a machine. So that's my shop. We will see how it's going to change. Actually, it's going to be changing in a few days because like I said, I'm getting rid of this old CNC machine. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. I will have to get the new one first, and that's going to be more shop chaos because this place was. I'm not kidding when I say this place was an absolute disaster before today. And so I'm getting a new CNC machine, so it's going to be chaos again while I reconfigure my shop around the new CNC machine, and I have to sell this one, and so I can recoup some of my my losses. I've been hemorrhaging cash lately, so that's going to be fun. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that. If not, that's fine. I'm not really worried about it, but I enjoy it, so that's all that matters. Goodbye.